This is NDTV. And you're watching Ndtv-Hindu.
You've tuned into your primetime news bulletin on Ndtv-Hindu headlines. Now, the deadlines are closing in on us as the state's assembly polls are a little more than a month's time away. But in the camp of the main players, is the heat really rising in temperature when there's so little time left now? Has the deadlock over seat identification reared its head as the trouble really over the DMK Congress's seat identification talks are the big talk in the town really now at this point of time? But are there more fissures than meets the eye? I'm Evelyn Matthew bringing you the top stories tonight. CBI questions Kanimozhi and Dayalu Ammal in relation to the 2G scam. Kanimozhi says they are cooperating unlike other politicians.
We are cooperating unlike many political leaders who don't. So I think that really has to talk for itself.
The wrangling over constituencies continues. The DMK and the Congress enters a hopeful round 4 of talks over seat identification. Amma gives away 1 seat to the Tamil Nadu Kongu Ilangiyar Peravai. It's most likely to be that of the Namakkal district. 6 men, allegedly pirates, attacked the Coastal Express 2 docked off the Chennai port. Their communication equipment is damaged. And ever wonder why some of those theatre outings end up like stale popcorn? It's when a hero, director and script combo formula fails completely.
Rajinikanth sir till a newcomer எல்லாரும் வந்து scripts base பண்ணி தான் பண்ணனும்.
Let's also bring you the rest of the day's news and stories nationally and internationally. Massive earthquake measuring 8.8 off the Japan coast core triggers a tsunami. An alert is sounded in 19 nations. Quake triggers fires across Japan. A huge blaze goes up at the oil refinery near Tokyo. A huge embarrassment for the Enforcement Directorate. Hassan Ali walks free after being granted bail. Police identify Radhika Tanwar's family killer as a mentally unstable man called Vijay. Detained 2 men who confessed to helping him escape. At a time when the DMK can least afford it, the party is now literally the epicenter of the investigation into the 2G spectrum scam. On the day that the CBI questioned Kanimozhi and her stepmother, Dayalu Ammal, the Chief Minister's daughter has come out saying that they are cooperating with the CBI unlike other politicians, which in itself, she says, should prove their intentions. Chief Minister N. Karunanidhi's daughter, Kanimozhi, and his wife, Dayalu Ammal, were questioned by the CBI this morning for around 3 hours into the 2G spectrum scam. The CBI is also getting ready now to submit its status report on the 2G scam to the Supreme Court by the month's end.
We are answering everything and whatever is required, whatever questioning is necessary, we are cooperating unlike many political leaders who don't. So I think that really has to talk for itself about our intention of coming out clean and that we are above board.
Well, just to remind you that Kalangnear television office was raided a few weeks earlier. Notably, both Kanimozhi and Dayalu Ammal are known to be major stakeholders in the company. Ms. Dayalu Ammal reportedly owns 60% stake, while the Rajya Sabha MP daughter of the Chief Minister, that's born to his third wife, reportedly owns 20%. The remaining 20%, once again based on reports, is owned by the Managing Director of Kalangnear Television, Sharat Kumar. The whole controversy broke out when it was known that the DB Group had transferred money to Kalangnear TV. Meanwhile, a sense of uncertainty over which constituency will bear the DMK or the Congress flag still looms large. The 5-member Congress committee has arrived at the DMK headquarters today for its 4th round of talks on seat identification this evening after a failed 3rd round that took place this morning. Both parties have been hoping to resolve their differences after emerging inconclusive last night. But this could be the last round of talks, as both parties are looking out at rolling out that list of constituencies and more today. Sources, in fact, say that the Congress wants to retain the 48 constituencies it had contested in the 2006 polls and may also want seats in Chennai. Meanwhile, the Purachi Bharatam has pulled out of the DMK-led alliance, saying they'd rather contest independently. Joining us live over the phone line with more inputs and updates into that story is our senior correspondent Peer Muhammad, who joins us live now. Peer, now that they've sat down for the fourth time and this has been a long-drawn process, which could be some of the problematic constituencies that both parties are really clamoring for?
Yes, Evelyn, this might be the last round of talks. These talks have started at 7 o'clock in the evening at the DMK headquarters, Anna Arivalayam, and it is still on. We are hearing from the leaders that it may go on for another half an hour so that they can arrive at a solution at least tonight. That seems to be the plan of action from both the sides, because the Congress has come out with alternative suggestions. For instance, in the city, the Congress earlier had asked for Velachery and Rayapuram constituencies, and now they have come out with alternative suggestions for both the constituencies, because for Velachery and Rayapuram already there are contenders from the DMK side also. That is why the Congress has come out with the suggestion of either Mylapore or Harbour constituency, which again, the Harbour constituency is a traditional stronghold of the DMK. So if the DMK is able to reconcile to the fact that the Congress wants to open its account in the city, that we have to wait and see. In another half an hour or 1 hour, we will be knowing if the Congress and the DMK are adopting the reconciliatory approach or a confrontationist approach. We will be knowing that in a short while. But also, the fact is that it may be a question of few constituencies, but there are many leaders in the Tamil Nadu Congress, because even this committee is a representative of the several groups in the Congress party in Tamil Nadu. Particularly G.K. Vasan has his own set of followers, P. Chidambaram has his own set of followers, and each group has its own interests and demands. How the DMK is taking to it, how the DMK is accepting it, that we have to wait and see, because the DMK also gave in at some point, because they are more for a reconciliatory approach. That is what we are hearing, because the DMK chief has already consulted the other allies, the PMK chief Ramadas and the VCK chief Thirummal Avalavan, on this conflict of constituencies. So he may have already arrived at a solution, and which they will slowly put forth during these talks, which are now going on at the DMK headquarters. We will be knowing any time that if they are arriving at a solution or not. Most probably what we are hearing is this being the fourth round of talks, and with less time to go for the campaigning, they will arrive at some kind of possible solution for this conflict of constituencies.
Right. Thanks very much indeed, Pete, for joining us with your inputs there. Quite a bit of to and fro there between both parties, hoping for that reconciliation today, when they do hope to bring out their list of constituencies. Meanwhile, in the main opposition's camp, the Tamil Nadu Kungu Ilangner Peravai has got one seat, most likely from the Namakkal district, from Ms. Jayalalitha. That aside, the rival party has also inked their deal with the actor-turned-politician Sarath Kumar's AISMK, which has bagged 2 seats in the alliance. As far as the rest of the AIA-DMK allies are concerned, no announcements on the numbers for the MDMK or the left have been made yet.
அண்ணா திராவிட முன்னேற்ற கழகத்தினுடைய பொதுச் செயலாளர் மாண்புமிகு அம்மா அவர்களுடைய தலைமையில் தமிழ்நாடு கொங்கு இளைஞர் பேரவை, தமிழ்நாடு கவுண்டர்கள் பேரவைக்காக ஒரு தொகுதி ஒதுக்கி அம்மா அவர்கள் தங்களுடைய கூட்டணியில் எங்களை இணைத்திருக்கிறார்கள். கோடிக்கணக்கான கவுண்டர் சமூகம், கொங்கு வேளாளர் சமூகம், உழவர் சமூகம், விவசாயிகளுடைய அரசியல் அங்கீகாரத்திற்காக எங்களுடைய இந்த மகத்தான அங்கீகாரம் எங்களுக்கு தந்திருக்காங்க அம்மா அவர்கள்.
Moving on, early this morning, half a dozen men reportedly attacked an unmanned ship berthed off the Chennai port. Believed to be pirates, these men boarded the Coastal Express 2, a cargo ship, and moved on to allegedly ransack the ship as well. According to the director of Coastal Shipping Department of the Trans-Coastal Cargo and Shipping Company, some communication equipment has also been damaged. He also said a complaint has been lodged with the Coast Guard officials. The ship is believed to be docked off the city's port for a while now due to legal problems. And we asked the director of the coastal shipping of the Trans-Coastal Cargo and Shipping Company what the ground level was like now and if there was a reason to fear any more of such attacks.
As of now, things are pretty much out of control because all the communication equipment of the ship has been completely smashed by the pirates who boarded in the early hours this morning, and the ship is now completely out of control, and it could pose a threat to any of the coastal installation near Chennai. Yeah, they have sent 3 armed boats to guard the ship right now, but we really don't know whether they'll be able to locate these pirates because it's the first time in the history of Chennai port that pirates have attacked any ship within the harbor limit. The Coast Guard have now made some preliminary investigations, and they feel that they are people who might have come from nearby Andhra Pradesh state. But since it has come from out of sea, they have really no clear idea about whom they are after. But they are making desperate search attempts in and around the territorial waters and Chennai port. But we have had no concrete information from them till date.
Still ahead on the bulletin, a massive washout that woke Japan's crowded island out of its afternoon siesta. One of the biggest tsunamis of the century creates havoc today.